Greetings. I'm Dr. Marcia McFee, your personal worship professor, consultant, coach, and cheerleader in your task as a worship planner. And I want to welcome you to a little tour of the brand new Worship Design Studio, which costs less than one of these specialty lattes per week. Let me share what the Worship Design Studio is, because there isn't anything else out there like it. And that's because it really grew out of my 20 years of teaching and consulting about worship and what I learned from people like you. I learned three important things that Worship Design Studio now addresses. One, what I learned is that the constant task of creating meaningful and memorable worship can get stressful, even for the most creative person, because Sunday comes around every week. So I've made it my job to make sure that when you start thinking about what you are going to do for worship for the next season or series coming up, that you can come to the Worship Design Studio and have more ideas at your fingertips than you can even use in the next 5 years or so. I never want you to feel alone or without inspiration. We have worship series that I've designed over the last 4.5 years for you to use as a template, and I'm continuing to add new ones every season. Some are lectionary, some non-lectionary. You can see the series synopses for each Sunday in each series and see the resource ideas that we've created to jumpstart your own creative process as you adapt the theme to your context. Now, beyond my series ideas, for the last 3 years, I've recorded brainstorm sessions with nationally known guest experts, preacher, visual artist, and musician, about each liturgical season for every lectionary year. You can listen to the podcast or read the transcript and get inspired by dozens of ideas and insights that will help you land on just the right thing for this year for your community. The second thing I've heard from worship teams like yours is that it's a big task to know how to create and to organize a team. We want to get more people involved, but it can feel like too many cooks in the kitchen, and we end up having to teach and train folks, which takes a lot of time. So I believe that it's my job to give you a virtual team training curriculum to help people get on board, as well as offer worship professionals new ideas and theories to keep their skills and thinking cutting edge. And when I say worship team, I mean everything from simply a pastor and musician working together more like a team to a full-blown team where every worship art is represented. We have brief but in-depth articles geared to each of the ritual arts: music, visual arts, verbal arts, dramatic and media arts. We have a large library of short video clips of me teaching on a particular topic with discussion questions that you can use as a ready-made mini workshop for the team. We have interviews with worship artists to inspire and educate your staff and volunteers. And we have guides for every part of the design process: the process of putting a team together, instructing a team step by step on their roles, and best practices for getting things done in a less stressful way. And to help you further, we've just started a regular schedule of live webinars to assist you. I'm so excited about getting to work with you personally, and this is a great way to take advantage of literally having me on your worship team. Last but not least, what I learned from people like you in my consulting work is that one of the biggest deterrents to working with a team is that people are busy, and getting folks to attend meetings is getting harder and harder to do. Amen, right? So I worked with software developers to tailor-make an application that will allow your team to work virtually together right from their own computers whenever they can do it. When you create a series in the Design App, your team can brainstorm ideas as they surf on their own time, on their own computers. Musicians search for music, visual artists search for materials, media artists search for images. Then they can attach those ideas, those documents, audio files, web links, and photos to the brainstorm notes, which can be seen and commented on by everyone. The Design App takes you through a process then of creating each worship experience in the series, including automatically repeating those elements that are the same every week, what I call thread items that are essential to giving a series continuity. And then the team can carry out tasks and communicate about those through the Worship Design Studio Task Manager. So those are the highlights of what's going on in the Worship Design Studio. It costs $250 for the year. Now, I know there are a lot of free worship resources out there: articles, liturgies, blogs, lectionary helps, and I'm really glad of that. And we point you toward the really good ones as part of our job here in the Worship Design Studio. But the Worship Design Studio is not just that, as you've seen. Think of it as spending less money for the whole year than one of these specialty lattes every week. And what you're getting is a curriculum, you're getting coaching, you're getting a database of resource and series ideas, and you're getting an organizational tool for your team. You probably buy curriculum to support your education volunteers and small group studies, so why not for your worship endeavors, for your worship team? You probably spend money going to a conference for continuing education, so why not spend much less on a year-round educational and inspirational tool that's available to your whole church anytime, and you can get CEUs here as well. I want to work with you all year long so that you can have less stress, more joy, and more creativity in everything you do. I hope to see you in the studio. Thanks.